Good morning. My name is Gabe. I spent years in the trades, and now I track industry changes that actually matter to service business owners like yourself. This is the Trades Brief. No bullshit, no fluff, no opinions, just what changed in the industries and the market and why you should care or why it matters to your business. 10 minutes or less. Today is January 15th. Here's the update. Bottom line up front, three things today. One, small businesses are pulling back on hiring recent graduates for entry-level roles. Two, a major home services platform player is still acquiring companies, which tells you consolidation is not slowing down. And three, hiring intent across small business remains cautious, which means the labor squeeze is not ending anytime soon. The big story is the first one because it looks like a labor story, but it's really more of a future leadership pipeline story. So here's what changed. Bear with me. This is important. First, small businesses are openly saying that they're not planning to hire many recent graduates to entry-level jobs. So at face value, this sounds like kids don't want to work or no one's hiring conversation, but that's not what this is. This is owners saying, I don't have the time, margin, or structure to train entry-level people right now. And when you look at what's happening in operation, the timing makes sense. AI is actively removing the need for a huge chunk of those junior level and entry level administrative work positions. And I want to be clear, this is not the AI will take your job doom and gloom thing. And in the short term, this is great for a service business. It means fewer mistakes, faster response times, less overhead, less chaos, less people, which is, tough. Here are the real examples of what's disappearing first. And it's probably not what you think. The entry-level CSR who spends the morning answering basic questions from customers like, do you service my zip code and how much is a diagnostic? AI chat and AI phone agents are getting good enough to handle that instantly, capture the lead, schedule the call back without putting someone on payroll to do that. The junior dispatcher who manually shuffles appointments when a tech calls out, AI-assisted scheduling tools are already optimizing routes, adjusting ETAs, and rebooking those windows automatically, and then just texting the customer. It's not great, but it's getting better. Or the admin person who listens to voicemails, types job notes, and cleans up invoices. AI can summarize calls, generate job notes, pre-fill invoices, and even draft the follow-up message to the homeowner. Or the coordinator who spends their time reminding, collecting photos, nags people for approvals. Automated workflows do that 24/7 without forgetting and without attitude. So yes, today's owner looks at that and says, well, why would I hire two entry-level admin roles when software can do 60% of that work for a fraction of the cost? That's a win for a lot of people. But here's the caution. Those entry-level and junior-level roles were not just labor, they were the training ground. So that's where your next generation of senior dispatchers, operations managers, estimators, office managers, and even general managers came from. They came from those training grounds. People learn the business by doing the messy work in the lower levels, the entry-level positions. They learn what customers ask, what goes wrong in the field, what makes a job profitable, what makes a schedule collapse, and how to recover when everything's on fire, which seems like every day. But if AI removes the volume of junior roles, then that pipeline that creates senior talent gets thinner and thinner. And that creates a long-term risk that most owners are not thinking about. This expands across many different industries. Because 5 years from now, you're going to want a senior operations person who can run your schedule like a machine. You don't got to worry about it. Manage customer experience and protect your margins. But where do they get trained? So let me make it concrete. Imagine a growing HVAC company. 5 years ago, you hired a junior CSR. They answered phones, learned your service area, learned your brand, learned how to answer questions, learned how to calm down angry people, learned how to prioritize emergencies. After a year, they became a senior CSR. After 2 years, they could lead a call center, and then after 3, they became an office manager or an operations lead with a lot of responsibilities. Now imagine that same company today. AI is handling a big chunk of all of that inbound. AI pre-qualifies leads, books and gets jobs on the calendar. Your senior people only handle exceptions and escalations, which is great for today. But you don't hire the junior CSR because the math doesn't justify it now. Fast forward 3 years, your senior CSR leaves. You look around and realize that there is no one behind them who's been learning the job, watching them, because the job no longer existed in the same way. So you're then forced to either overpay for experienced talent in a competitive market, or promote someone without the reps, or even worse, you personally become the bottleneck again in your business. That's the prediction. That's my prediction today. AI reduces junior hiring now, which improves efficiency now, but it creates a leadership and skill gap that later, unless owners intentionally build a training pipeline for, is going to become a problem. This is going to hit service businesses hard because operations talent is already rare. It's a really tough job. And once everyone is lean because of automation, the few humans and who can actually run the machine become extremely expensive. So what should an owner do with this information today? Here's my recommendation. Number one, deliberately create apprenticeship-style admin roles, even if you don't need them today. Not full headcount like the old days, but structured rotations. Let someone learn dispatch, customer service, job costing, and follow-ups in a real way. Number two, document how your business runs today while your senior people are still there. If you wait until they leave, you'll realize your business was running on kind of tribal knowledge and just a few folks knew what was going on. Number three, use AI to compress training time, not eliminate training. So AI can coach call scripts, generate checklists, and guide decision trees, but a human still needs the reps and the judgment to become that senior role in a few years. That's the main story I want to talk about today. Entry-level hiring isn't just slowing because of, quote, the economy. It's always slowing because the entry-level tasks are being automated away right now with technology. And if owners don't adjust, we're going to have a senior talent shortage created by our own efficiency. Insane. Second topic, consolidation is still happening in home services. This is neither good nor bad depending on where you sit on it. Champions Group just expanded its Texas footprint with another acquisition in HVAC, plumbing, electrical, the three big industries right now. This matters because acquisitions are a signal that smart money still believes home services is a durable industry and long-term cash flow play, especially on the commercial side. For local owners, here's the implication. You're competing against groups that can spread marketing, tech, recruiting, and management across multiple brands. That usually means two things. Customer expectations rise and labor competition gets tougher and tougher for you, the small business locally. But it also creates opportunity for you. So if you run a clean business with real processes and strong reputation, you become either a premium local alternative or an acquisition target with leverage. Both opportunities. Third topic, small business hiring intent remains cautious. I know we kind of covered this earlier, but that matters because it tells you the labor market is not suddenly getting easier. Owners are still hesitant to add payroll. Applicants are still hard to find, good ones at least. And the businesses that win are the ones that can produce more output per tech and per office employee. And that brings us full circle to what we were talking about earlier. AI and systems are becoming the path to growth without old headcount model. But the companies that win long-term will be the ones who keep building people while they build automation. Don't be scared of AI. Use it to further your growth. Here's a signal to watch. The next competitive advantage in home services is not just marketing or price. It's operational maturity. The ability to run lean with automation, respond fast, build trust, and still develop talent so you're thinking longevity so your business isn't dependent on a few senior people will be the winners. That's the update for today. If something changes, I'll cover it here. This is the Trades Brief.